Well, it's a wonderful American story. You know, as mayor, my experiences are less what government does and more what citizens do to enrich their community, and that wonderful community action and that the arrest of this heinous person was so important for the healing of this community. When we got that guy in custody, a audible gasp of relief was heard in our community and in people's hearts. And that's an amazing story, yes.
Mr. Mayor, how will you address what motivated this crime with racism, and how will you know if those steps are successful?
Well, the question was, how do you address basically what was in this awful person's heart? And and obviously he that was completely irrational, what he did and the level of and the hate that he had. But I think that for our country, a continued dialogue about race, and you know, we are working very hard to build almost down the street here on Charleston Harbor the International African American Museum. And this museum, which we've been working on for quite some time, will be a place of assisting with that, of healing, but also we in America were never taught African American history. It wasn't in the history books. We don't know the story and where enslaved Africans were brought from, and the work during periods of enslavement and or the Jim Crow period. And so we're planning to build a beautiful museum on the site where the wharf was, where the enslaved Africans were brought. So there are lots of things we can do in our country to enhance the dialogue about race, to get out of minds of very evil people, hateful thoughts is very difficult. One more.
It's been reported that the suspect made a confession and said that he wanted to start a race war. Have you been told that, and if so, what was your reaction?
Well, all of that should come from our police department.
But the city has really a history in some ways of racism. People told me here that we're in the deep south, that Charleston has had murder. You said it's kind of unprecedented, but the residents here, someone saying that that racism in some ways is a tradition of Charleston. What do you say to people like that? And describe Charleston for people who are wondering what this place is like and what people those comments.
Charleston is a loving community, and one where our citizens of all races and backgrounds and all neighborhoods work very closely together. Our workforce, our city council, our governments are all representative of the racial mixture of our community, and what has happened in Charleston in the last 50 years in that regard is remarkable. And remember, this person, Mr. Roof, did not live in Charleston. He didn't grow up here. He lived in a 100-mile away town and came here. So his actions are not in any way representative of this city or this community. They're representative of somebody that lived away, and mind and heart was twisted, that caused him to exact this horrible deed. Thank you all very much.
Careful.
Mr. Mayor, what do you think about the flag? Should it be lowered, the Confederate flag?
What did he say? What was his response to that?